Okay, here we are live inside of High Performer Lifestyle. Hey, everybody, as you come on, please introduce yourselves. Hi, Mabel. Introduce yourself as you come on, whether you're watching live right now here inside of the High Performer Lifestyle Facebook group, or if you're watching later on the replay, or if you are watching this on YouTube. I'm Jessica Perez-Beebe. I'm excited to be here with you on this hump day. I love doing these lives in the middle of the week because so many of us start out strong in the beginning of the week, and then you start to get, like, why they call it hump day, right? You start to get where you're kind of having to go over the hills, go over the challenges and all of that. And so this live is to help you stay in momentum, keep yourself in a forward momentum. An object in motion stays in motion, and just give you that extra burst of motivation, of inspiration, of real talk that will have you go all the way into the end of the week so that you can feel accomplished, not only at the end of each day, but at the end of the week. I love to celebrate and look back all the things that I've gotten done this week that are important. Busy work is not important. So I did a live on my Facebook page, and I also shared it here a couple days ago about the difference between like just being busy and actually being productive. And so I give you a very specific way that I approach my day starting the night before. So go watch that if you haven't already. So today I want to talk about the will to win. This group is called High Performer Lifestyle. My mastermind with my clients is High Performers Club. Those are the people that are committed and invested in really up-leveling into a pro mindset in all areas of their life, right? They're entrepreneurs, they're leaders, they're innovators, and they really want to be led by someone and by a group and a team who can actually keep them challenged, keep them 10xing their goals, right? Not selling out, so that they can excel in life, right? They have the will to win, whether it's in their career, whether it's in their fitness, in their relationships, in their business, okay? So we're going to talk about the will to win. So many people, probably yourself included, right? You set goals, you have aspirations, you set resolutions, things that you want to accomplish, things that you know will improve your life, and you admire achievement in other people, right? All the greats that you see that are breaking barriers, that are, excelling against adversity, that are having comebacks. You know, we love to see the comeback story, right? The underdog who, comes out of all kinds of challenges and adversities and excels in the end, right? We love that. But so few people actually have what it takes to actually get what they want. Right? And that is because what it takes is the will to win, the will to win. So those people that you see and that you're admiring, Kobe Bryant, everybody came out of the woodwork, right, for Kobe Bryant. And it's because they were inspired by his will to win. All the greats have it, right? And so they do things way above average, right? So what does it take? It takes the will to win. So this week, actually, I got my sweatshirt on. And I think on the back it says nothing is earned or nothing is given, right? Like you have to earn what it is that you want, right? Something like that. I just butchered the quote, but it's on the back of this sweatshirt that I'm a part of Team Biggie Smalls, right? So I'm a pro athlete as a bodybuilder. And this week I am here in Delaware, which is my hometown, all the way across the country from where I live. And I'm here to train with my coach and his team and his crew and my fellow teammates because I was craving that energy of being surrounded by those who are up here in my sport, right? Like, here's the thing. I can train hard on my own. I have multiple certifications in fitness. I've trained thousands of people since my first personal training certification when I was 19, right? I've owned gyms and personal training studios. I've competed for years. I know how to push myself in the gym. I know how to push myself in my training. I know how to hold myself accountable to get to the gym and all of that. But the truth is, it's not enough when you want to hit your next level. It's not enough. And so I just said, I'm going to fly across country and just spend a week immersed in training with them, right? Because my coach sends me my program and I do it on my own. I check in with him weekly with photos, with updates, all of that. But it's not the same as really staying connected to those who have the same drive, the same passion, and even more so than you do, right? And I was reminded of how true that is. I have been reminded of how true that is this week while I'm here training with them. And in a traditional bodybuilding gym, right, where everyone has the same goal, right, which is to grow physically and mentally, right? Which is to win, right? So my coach right now is training for the Arnold in Brazil. His assistant trainers who I've been working with all week, who've been spotting me, are right there in it with me. They're also training for upcoming competitions, right? So we're all training to win. And when you're surrounded by that kind of energy and those kind of people who are in the thick of it with you, who are suffering, who are sacrificing, who are celebrating, who know the beauty and the taste of what it feels like to sacrifice the short-term like pleasures for the long-term gains, when you're in that energy and that mindset and that pro thinking, I mean, it just fires you up and keeps you focused and refocused like nothing else. You guys get what I'm saying, right? So we are all training to win in that gym. It doesn't mean, here's the difference, and this is what you want to understand as a high performer. It doesn't mean we are attached to winning. It doesn't mean that at all. Because I say this all the time, the winning doesn't actually feel as satisfying as the pursuing of the win, right? And this is just how driven high performers think. And if you are one, you're getting this. You're like, oh yeah, that's me. So often people try to have you be ashamed of that. And listen, there's nothing to be ashamed of, right? Like that is what makes you unique. It's what makes Kobe unique. It's what makes Jordan unique. It's what makes the top entrepreneurs, the Tony Robbins, all of your top exceptional people, the Oprahs, believe me, they're driven like this. They are. Right? So we aren't attached to winning, but we are attached to training to win. There's a difference. We're attached to the practicing to win, the showing up to win, right? It's like, what do we do on a daily basis, right? All high performers, all elite athletes, all pros have an inner desire to succeed, to win, the will to win. It's what drives an athlete to his or her best effort each and every time. It's what same thing that drives an entrepreneur who's excelling, right? No matter what it is that spurs the drive, whether it's like as an athlete, like the roar of the crowd, the gold medal, the feeling of accomplishment, it doesn't matter. But it's the need to succeed that comes from within, right? I love what Vince Lombardi, the way he puts it. He says, winning isn't everything. It's not everything, but wanting to win is. Because think about it. Think about something you have a goal in right now. Okay? Whether it's to make a certain amount of money, whether it's to get married, whether it's to improve your fitness, whether it's to start a business or grow a business. Just put that in your mind right now. And now connect with the fact that if you do not have this drive and desire to make it happen, like if it's not a burning desire, if you don't have that will to win in this specific goal, dream, or aspiration, aspiration, then what actually is going to keep you going through the inevitable challenges, right? You gotta be willing to fight for what you want. That's how you win, right? Top athletes know well how important it is to fight to the end, right? It's that final push of effort, even when the tank is empty, that separates the winners from the losers, the quitters from those who go all the way, right? High performing athletes and entrepreneurs, we have an innate sense of aggression inside of us that serves us in the will to win. It ensures that we always cross the finish line. We always cross the finish line, right? And Rick Warren says the way that you practice you play the way you practice, right? So in your training, in your prep for whatever your sport or business is, like if in your effort it's half-ass, that's going to be your performance on game day, right? Like, I talk to people all the time who are like, oh, I just like to wing it. Well, that's okay, but pros don't just wing it, right? We put in the time, we put in the practice, we put in the effort, the preparation and the prep, so that when it's time to perform, we go up on that stage, or we go out on the field, whatever it is, and we are ready. We're going to play the way we have practiced. You guys getting this? It's the same thing in your business, in your career, in your relationship, right? I don't just leave my relationship up to chance. My husband and I, like, we work at it. We put in the practice, the effort, okay? So if this is resonating with you, let me know. If you feel like you have this, and some of you don't, the majority of people just don't think like this. They don't have that drive, that desire to grow. But if you do, I want to know from you who you are, right? I want to see who are the like-minded drivers in this group who are ready to level up. So I'm going to finish with something that I've never done before. I'm going to share a poem with you, okay? Tony Robbins, who I've trained under, and I'm certified through his strategic intervention life coaching program, he talks about this will to win often, right? And he was inspired by this poem, you may have heard it, by Burton Braley. Okay, and I'm going to read it to you, and I'm also going to share it in the group later today, so you can copy it and save it for yourself. Okay, so Burton Braley was an American poet. He's best known for this poem, which is called "The Will to Win." Okay, so if you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, work day and night for it, give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if only desire of it makes you quite mad enough never to tire of it, makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap for it, if life seems all empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and you dream is about it, if gladly you'll sweat for it, fret for it, plan for it, lose all your terror of God and man for it, if you'll simply go after that thing that you want with all your capacity, strength, and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence, stern pertinacity, if neither cold, poverty, famished, and gaunt, nor sickness nor pain of body or brain can turn you away from the thing that you want, if dogged and grimmed, you besiege and beset it, you'll get it. So I want to hear from you. Do you have the will to win, and what are you fighting for? Let me know in the comments below, and I look forward to connecting with you later.